Superfoods is a common term that you probably hear on online blogs, on the news, or your friends keep telling you about this new special food. I personally don't like the word superfoods. I think it's a lot of time it can be misleading. Today I'm going to talk about 4 different foods that have science-based evidence suggesting that they are effective for our health. Here we go. Today I'm going to talk about 4 science-backed foods that have been shown to be effective for our health. So the first food group I'm going to talk about today, or superfood, is garlic. So garlic is my most favourite food to add to different dishes. I try to use it every day. For one, it tastes great. I absolutely love garlic. I love garlic bread, anything like that.
Really, the only word for it is...
But the science for the benefits of it to our health are absolutely great. So garlic is actually part of the onion genus. So it's part or a close relative to onions, which I never knew before doing some research for this. So it's been shown to help with immunity, cardiovascular disease. Also, it improves cholesterol profiles. It's a powerful antioxidant. Also, there's some research that suggests it helps lower blood glucose fasting levels. Getting garlic into your diet is one of the healthiest things that you can do. So just make sure that every week you're adding it to a few different dishes and you'll see loads of benefits in your health in the short and long term. So the next superfood is dark berries. So in the UK, we're so fortunate, especially in the summer season, that we get access to loads of cherries, blueberries, raspberries, red currants, black currants, and these all form this particular superfood group that have been shown to have so many benefits. So there's a compound found in dark berries that is a derivative of something called resveratrol. Now, I watched a really good podcast with Dr. David Sinclair. He's a biologist and a professor of genetics. He's doing a lot of research into resveratrol.
Known for is resveratrol from red wine. That molecule, discovered it in my 30s, or at least linked it to aging. What we showed was that if you give it to a fat mouse, they're as healthy as a thin mouse. They live just as long, they didn't get heart disease and all of the other bad stuff. Then what we did was interesting. We gave it to the mice either every day in their food or let them skip a meal every day so that they were fed every other day. And that combination of resveratrol plus every other day feeding, we had the longest lifespan we'd ever seen.
And he uses it every day, so he takes this substance. Now, there's still a lot of research that needs to be done on this and human trials that need to be conducted. But in rats, it's shown amazing results in improving longevity. And it's something that I'm really keen to get in my diet, because then it can hopefully help with other health benefits and also my longevity. So other effects of dark berries is that it's been shown to improve memory activity. So it's thought to do this by increasing a growth factor called BDNF. All you need to know that this has been linked to improving memory, especially in older people. Still more research needs to be done on this sort of side of things. So make sure that you're getting your dark berries, especially through the spring and summer months in the UK, so make sure it's seasonal. But also you can have frozen versions. So I use a lot of frozen dark cherries in smoothies during the winter months, to make sure I'm still getting dark berries into my diet. So the next food group is green leafy veg. So this includes things like spinach, broccoli, rocket, collard greens. Also actually it does include beetroot. So I know it's not green, but I'm going to add it to this group because beetroot has so many other benefits. So green leafy veg has something called nitrates. So nitrates has been shown to lower blood pressure over a long period of time. So there are a high level of nitrates in green leafy veg. Also, beetroot has so much nitrates that it has or can be beneficial as a pre-workout. So nitrates causes the blood vessels to dilate, which can help or aid blood flow. So I use this as sometimes a pre-workout. So to aid my workout, get more blood flow, so you get that nice sort of pump into the muscles. Also then that means that it could potentially help with recovery, because with muscles, it all comes down to blood flow. That's how they get their oxygen, food, and get rid of byproducts. So it's really important that to have that good blood flow, which these nitrates can have an effect on. So it doesn't just have to be beetroot, but if you're getting loads of green leafy veg, you just have to make sure you get this regularly in your diet every day day, try to get a handful or put it with various meals, and this is you're going to see loads of different benefits to having this. Also, once again, it contains loads of fiber, which is great for your gut and your digestion. So the last superfood that I would recommend is something called spirulina. Now, I made another video on this regarding its benefits for nasal congestion. I'll put a link up here so you can go and watch that further if you're interested. But I've only over the last sort of 4 to 6 months have become or researched a lot into spirulina. I think it's an absolutely amazing food. So it's a blue-green algae that you can take in a powder or a tablet form. It has a fairly high protein profile, meaning that it has loads of different types of amino acids that we need for our body. So it's a really good protein source. Also, it contains a high dose of beta carotene, has vitamins, it has several trace minerals, and it provides pro and anti-inflammatory effects. Also, studies have shown that spirulina has a dramatic lowering effect on things like triglycerides, LDL, while raising HDL levels. This is good cholesterol. There are some animal studies that also suggest that it is neuroprotective, so it means that it sort of protects the brain over a long period of time. Also, what I just mentioned before, the other video I made, it helps with nasal congestion. I've found this personally to be really useful. This is fairly inexpensive and you can get this in a supplement form. I will put a link in the description box below if you want to read more about spirulina, or I'll put my Amazon affiliate link in there if you wanted to buy it. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that video. I hope you're a little bit more informed about superfoods. There are always new superfoods coming out. All I'd say is always have a bit of skepticism. Look to see if there's any research for that particular superfood. Most of the ones out there are overpriced and there isn't really much research for them. So try to find the original source, read through the study and see what the authors of the study concluded. It's too easy to try to think of superfoods as just an easy one bullet fix. That we just want to take it and think, okay, we're going to be great. Pretty much all foods, you have to be consistent over a long period of time to see their effects. So with these 4 groups of foods that I just talked about, implement them into your diet and stick with it. Just think this is part of your life, and then over your lifetime, you will see huge effects. And this is what we know objectively to be true. Obviously, over time, hopefully we'll find out more and we can add more to these groups. If you want to discover more ways to improve your health and well-being, subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much for watching.